President Vladimir Putin calls the Russians to have more children. Big families must be norm. Putin said in his speech on Tuesday. Russian birth rates fall between war and a deepening economic crisis in Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin invites women to have 8 children after their death in the war with Ukraine. After the country's increasingly increasing population crisis, Putin addressed the World Russian People's Council in Moscow on Tuesday and said that the country should return to a time when large families are norms. Most of our grandmother and grandmother had 7, 8, or even more children, said. Let's protect and revive these perfect traditions. Great families should become norms. A way of life for all the Russian people. Family is not only the basis of the state and society, but a spiritual phenomenon, a source of morality. The protection and increasing the Russian population is our goal for the next decades and even generations. This is future of the Russian world. Millennium. Eternal Russia. Putin's words come in midst of occupation of Ukraine in Russia and further falling birth rates, which worsened with subsequent economic spread. The war in Ukraine caused approximately 900,000 people to escape from the country he is believed to have in war. In October, the British Ministry of Defence reported that Russia was exposed to 290,000 soldiers killed or injured in a war against Ukraine. Since he came to power 24 years ago, Putin has been trying to increase Russia's birth rate by bringing a series of governments for those who have children, including payment for families with more than one child. However, with figures of Russia's Federal Statistical Service Rosstat, the Russian population had less influence on 146,447,424 as of January 1, and had less influence in 1999 when Putin was first president. Alexei Raksha, who was previously working at the Rosstat Statistical Agency, told AFP in February, "Lack Russian workers." He said, "This is an old problem. But it worsened because of mobilization and mass attempts." He said. RFERL reported in 2020. Some Russians claimed that the government promised for large families such as lands of land. Putin was said to have 6 children, but he never explained it to the public.